What's going on, everyone? Juice Bags here, and welcome back to the channel. We are on chest loot number 300. It's not run number 300 because I have used my ult for a bit, but this will be my 300th chest loot during the Harvest Festival. Trying to mix it up a little bit so that it just turn into just a Demon's Lair grind-a-thon. So we are on Unholy Catacombs this time, going for some clusters. We're gonna thick vines it up on this one. What do we got left? We got 590 left, almost 600. So I just threw in some werewolf walls, and we're gonna go with some full DPS trees. So these are very squishy, vicious strikes, thick vines, deadly strikes. I'm wanting to maximize the range of them while also getting getting damage in there. Now, how do we want to do these? Do I want to do it, do we want to just throw them here? Where does the range reach out to? It actually gets out there pretty good with some upgrades. Well, we've got enough. Let's go 4 trees right at each spawn. It's going to be a little tough to run through underneath. I'm going to have to drop in. Let's do that. We'll go 4 trees at each spawn. Debating on whether or not I buff beam them. They're going to be way past the... They're going to get to the range cap really, really quick. So part of me feels like I don't need to bother with it. Yet, if I do buff beam them, that's going to give them a little more crit damage, because remember, thick vines can crit. We're going to have a bunch of leftovers, too. We're going to be able to go more trees. What we'll do here is try to sneak our way in. We're going to have to drop down from up top, I think. Or switch to a different hero, which probably would have been the play. Let's see. Let's go ahead and throw in some buff beams. Like I said, the diffusion is definitely not needed, especially with the vicious and the deadly, but I can get a little more crit damage on them. Not going to bother removing diffusion, though, so it's just going to kind of be a wasted shard for the most part. It looks like that tree is a little too far forward. All right, and we got a bunch left, so, I mean, I feel like I just keep loading them up. So let's go at the corner here as well. Gonna make things a little tricky for getting in here to do any sort of upgrades. Do we want to do anything with that? Well, we're not going to have enough, I don't think, to buff beam both of them. So let's go ahead and go over here as well. We'll get... just get our 4 trees in. Something like that. Actually, we got enough to buff beam one of them, but not both of them. You know, do we want to throw a booster in? I mean, we would have to really jack the range on the booster. You know what? I think let's just leave it. Let's leave it like that. We got 400 left, so we can throw in a couple of upgrades all the way around. Let's see, that leaves me 170 left. We'll go 1 there, and then we'll get both of these front trees. If I can reach. Nope, did not quite reach it appropriately. But yeah, anyway, here we go. So Unholy Catacombs, the thick vines route. Let's see how effective this is. We already know the build's gonna clear. This was one of my very first thick vines builds that I posted up. So, yeah, without a doubt, it's going to clear. We got the werewolf in for the meat. The meat and last resort, and then just going to rely on those trees for everything else. I am going to just keep an eye out on the flyers. The thick vines should just wreck the flyers, but we don't want to take any chances. So, am I going to see any other enemies? There's a chieftain, actually. Yeah, he got wrecked. Oh, this one is a little bit fuller. Actually, let me look. These flyers should just get owned, right? I mean, the thick vines is definitely going to reach them. So, let's see, though. Yeah. I mean, never a bad idea to keep an eye out for those Flappy Birds, but I think we're going to be in pretty good shape here. Additionally, as I get more upgrades on the trees down below, the build's just going to become more and more powerful. You see all the damage ripping off there. They do some It's not huge damage, but it's consistent damage with massive range all the way through the entire path of them. Placing them down below like that allows their upper dome to cover this top area. And yeah, just we saw very, very little enemies at all that entire time. Let's just throw a few upgrades around. I'm not really even going to prioritize upgrading properly. I'm just going to kind of spam them. Just whatever's convenient. Something like that. Let's just go ahead and let this next wave fly as well. And we'll get a few ups on these. Get these guys all jacked up. I'm sure they're probably... Yeah, they're already at the range cap. So, I mean, I just got too much range on them. But... not really... Since we don't really need the additional power, of course, having the additional power would be fine. But just for Chaos 10 here, we don't really need to stack up any more power. So, even though we've got a lot of wasted range on there, I'm sure things will be fine still. Especially with a few upgrades going around. The Chieftain are pretty much all we're really seeing. A couple of Berserkers have made it up to the top deck here. But not many of them either. Man, it just seems to be wrecking. In fact, I'm confident we can just ignore what's going on here. And let's just get these corner ones upgraded a bit. Got Tuskar. If Tuskar gets handled on his own, or if he's going to be a problem. Can I reach that tree? Yeah, we can. We can sneak a little of that in there. He's about at 75% now, but he's made it most of the way. I mean, the trees will no doubt kill him, but it's going to take him a little while, I think. It's going to take him just a while to get there. Oh, actually, they didn't take that long at all. Did our werewolf get slapped? It looks like that werewolf got slapped just a little. He's down, what, just a few 100,000 health. Let's just let it fly once again. You know, at this point, any upgrades are just kind of more overkill. We will have to watch for the rollers, but, I mean, everything else is just going to get clapped. Throw a few upgrades in over on this side. In fact, let me just dump that 1,000 mana here. Like I said, it doesn't really matter at this point, so just get as many ups in as we can. Throw one there. And we'll just keep dumping here. The Captain and a Cannon Ogre. Both of those should just get slapped as well. Unless the Cannon Ogre gets a cheeky shot off at the core, I think it'll probably be fine. Looks like the Captain is about to make it to the werewolf now. Looking at the mini-map. The Cannon Ogre is just going to get melted now because he's just going to sit there. Actually, no, he went all the way up. Looks like he did get a shot off on the werewolf. We've got a werewolf that has gone yellow. So I'll go see what's up here. This guy right here. Looks like he took a shot. He's what, 1.2 million-ish health down. So he definitely took a shot there. But not the end of the world. Still plenty left. Not even going to bother giving him a repair. Of course, the werewolves do have automation, so if anything gets into melee range or in attack range of it, is just going to destroy. So let's just let it keep on flying here. I'm just going to kick it down here and upgrade this pile this time around. We don't get any more range value out of those trees now since we're past the cap. Even without the diffusion, you see we're still at the range cap just because we're stacking deadly and vicious. We get there really, really fast. But what we do get is more damage out of thick vines, so we'll see those numbers start to climb just a little. once you get them fully upgraded, seeing 3 million crits is pretty normal. Another Cannon Ogre. And a Cyclone Shaper. The Cyclone Shaper is probably just going to get handled. Let's check it out. Yeah, see, the Cyclone Shaper is already at 75%. And just barely making it to the upper floor. Yeah, Cyclone Shaper just popped. And that Cannon Ogre popped as well. Didn't even see where it died. Now let's keep an eye on these flyers, though. There are a few more of them rolling in now. Just in case anything is able to sneak through. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to. They're just burning off quite readily, that is for sure. This is definitely a wonderful AFK and chill build. Works great. Like, you know, you're still going to want to get involved with any siege rollers, but that's it. You know, you can just sit here, and as long as a siege roller doesn't come, you don't really have to do anything. Let's see. Do we want to slap them here? Slap a few ups in there, and let's see what happens. See what kind of damage numbers we get. I'm sure we'll probably get, you know, if it's a melee and chaos enemy, I think we'll probably get into this. 3 million crits. We got there's a 1.7. We need more. There's a 2.9. Of course, the ones that fully upgraded are going to have to crit to get the damage in. No enemies now. 2.9 is the biggest one I've seen so far. Got a Warlord, of course, being in wave 5. Ooh, World Tree down. Kind of surprised the World Tree even took any damage. Something. Oh, the Hex Throwers are taking shots. We can burn those out. Of course, a Reflect Beam would solve that problem. Looks like that was the only Hex Throwers we had there. Not even going to bother getting that tree going again. No, that was probably from my Bouncing Phoenix. Like, there's no way that was a 6 mil. There's a 3.5. The 3.5 is definitely from the tree. 1.5s, 2.1s. Just a lot of numbers. Like I said, none of it is big damage, but what it is consistent damage with just a massive range. So, is Quibbly going to stay down below and throw it to trees? Yeah, it looks like he's making his way up here. Quib should just get annihilated. My pet's getting a couple of shots in on him now. Yeah, Quib's just smacked down. And what? We got a couple of Chieftains. Is that more Hex Throwers? And more Hex Throwers from this lane. We'll just burn those out. I mean, I had enough DU left. I could have put Reflect Beams on the 3 lanes there without any issues. But easy clap regardless. Let's find that new Evil Scarecrow egg. This will be number 4. If it's there... Oh, we got the wrong egg. We got a little kitty cat egg in there. That, of course, is not the one we are looking for. But that will do it for now. Thanks an absolute ton for watching. Hopefully everyone's having a great start to their week. And I will see you next time around. Take it easy.